Interactive Weather Authority. Your live Interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Hopefully you've had a good week, and Happy New Year as well. First Facebook Live of 2023, at least for me. Let's take a look at our current temperatures. We're tracking some icy conditions out there this morning. I'd love to see what you guys are seeing. So as you join, I'd love to hear from you. Do you just drop where you're watching from, what you're seeing out there? If you're seeing any icy spots, would love to hear from you out there this morning. Of course, just tracking some freezing drizzle out there today. The great news is overall, things have not been too bad. I haven't seen a whole lot of reports of accidents or anything like that or major icy roads. Although I did notice that there definitely has been some freezing ongoing with this drizzle. And I even noticed a little bit of sleet out there earlier here in the Portland area. But like I mentioned, if you were just joining now, I'd love to hear what you are seeing where you live. Of course, we're tracking out those icy conditions that we are seeing out there right now. But of course, we've still got some of that drizzle ongoing. It's 31 degrees here in Portland. So anything that's falling out of the sky will quickly be freezing unless it's on a treated road or treated surface. We are 27 in Augusta, so even more of an icy risk there. 29 in Gray, 31 in Durham, or 29 in Topsom. So all these locations have that risk of seeing some icy conditions out there. Heading up towards the mountains where it's been mostly snow, 26 degrees in Rangeley. We are 25 in Carrabassett Valley. I've seen some really good pictures coming in from the ski resorts. It hasn't been a ton of snow, but at least they've gotten some, which I'm sure they are appreciating. Thanks, David. David up in Livermore Falls. Ice up here in Livermore Falls. Hopefully the roads aren't too bad up there. The good news is most of the roads I've noticed, at least here in the Portland area, have been treated. So thanks for the report, David. Let's take a look at our satellite and radar. Overall, not much is showing up. There's really not a whole lot to show on our satellite and radar. Doesn't mean anything isn't happening. There certainly is still drizzle, a little bit of sleet out there at this point, but it's just so light that the radar isn't picking it up. Where we are seeing some of that heavier precipitation is in northern Maine, where it is mainly falling as snow. We also still have some snow falling in the mountains out there at this time. So hopefully the mountains can squeeze out a few more inches before all is said and done. So the ski resorts at least have something. I know these past couple of weeks of the mild temperatures just have not been great for ski country. It's so strange in January to see how much open water there is, how brown it is out there, how there's just really hardly any winter to be found across the state. So at least today will help to bring to feel a little bit more wintry out there. So here's what we're expecting as we finish out this week. A light wintry mix continuing through the rest of the day. Slick spots most likely on those untreated roads and surfaces. Tomorrow is actually looking more interesting for many of us, especially here in southern Maine. A round of snow is looking very likely late morning into Friday afternoon, and a couple to a few inches are possible. I'd say it's looking increasingly likely here in the Portland area, York County, Cumberland County, that we do end up with a couple inches of snow as we head into this weekend. The great news is it's calm this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, both looking pretty nice, especially Sunday with lots of sunshine. But overall, a winter weather advisory is in place out there for pretty much everybody in central and southern Maine, with the exception of coastal York County, where it's just not going to get that cold, so less of a risk of any icy conditions. Thank you, David. I really appreciate that. You do an awesome job. I really appreciate hearing that. And overall today, getting to right around the freezing mark, 32 for the high today in Portland, 29 in Lewiston, 31 in Augusta. We're now down to 31 in Portland, so we're likely just going to hover right around or just below freezing for the remainder of today. So it's very hard to see, but if you can make out that little pink area showing up on our storm tracker here, that is that freezing drizzle that we are seeing out there, and that will continue through this afternoon with temperatures hovering just at or below freezing through the remainder of today. Now, today is quiet. There actually may be a little bit of light snow late tonight, but what's interesting happens tomorrow, 10 to 11 a.m., a round of snow will begin. Now, at this point, It's looking like southern Maine, Cumberland, and York County specifically will get the most snow out of this. So it will gradually taper off, get lighter and lighter the further north and towards the mountains you go. Now, this little system that is swinging through tomorrow, it's a quick mover, which is great news, I guess, for those of us who don't want major travel impacts and who don't want a ton of snow. But it has a little bit of oomph with it, has some power. So it's going to thump snow out there. It looks like late morning through early afternoon. We could even see heavy snow at times, not out of the question. And that should put down a couple to even a few inches of snow out there later on tomorrow morning and into the afternoon hours. That snow will continue until we get to the evening, tapering off. So here we are, 7:30. Notice most of us having seen that snow wrapping up. But this is going to be an interesting little event. I could see there being some surprises. I could see someone in York County, for example, getting 4 or 5 inches of snow out of this, especially along the coastline. Different than today, it looks like far southern and coastal Maine will get the most snow out of tomorrow's system. Overall, after that, it's quiet as we head into the weekend, and it's quiet, it looks like, for an extended stretch after that. So this is our best winter weather chance, really, over at least the next 5-6 days or so. Ice is not a huge concern, and I've been very grateful and thankful that we haven't seen any major impacts. We've certainly seen our share of big storms and impactful storms this winter, and most of them have not been snow, of course, but we've certainly seen some impactful storms. Now, a glaze of ice, most likely in places like Lewiston, Augusta, further inland is the better chance of seeing some glaze of ice. Rhonda, need a major storm soon. Businesses needed up north. Exactly. I've seen a lot of people commenting, or at least a couple people, oh, it's great that we don't get the snow, the mild temperatures. Sure. But think about all those businesses that are just suffering essentially because they don't have the snow that Maine typically gets. Where normally Portland gets 70 inches of snow in a winter. We got to remember that. We live in a very snowy place. So we're not getting that snow. It has major implications not only for, of course, wintertime activities, but also for the following spring. We need that snow for farming and that sort of thing. It's very important to get that moisture in the winter. So hopefully, as we head later on into January and into February, we can get that to pick up a little bit more. At least there's some chances now. It's certainly looking better than it was last week when we had 55 degrees on New Year's Day. I won't forget that for a while. Let's talk about snow, though. Notice that swath of 1 to 3, Portland, Sanford, down into Portsmouth, York, Ogunquit, Wells, also included in that. And there may be a chance we need to upgrade that to a 2 to 4 inch range because of that potential for a burst of snow tomorrow afternoon. The mountains have seen most of the snow that's already fallen. So that 3 to 6 inch bullseye up near the Rangeley area, most of that has already fallen overnight last night and into this morning. So not a whole lot of snow to come with this tomorrow. We're going to see mainly southern Maine getting all of that snow out there tomorrow. We need 80s and 90s for Speedo season. Yeah, I'm hoping for some hot temperatures next summer, of course, but hopefully we can get at least a little winter in here before we get to spring and summer. But hey, we're enjoying these fairly quiet and mild temperatures. I enjoyed that 55 on New Year's Day with the sunshine. That was pretty great. Ice up here in Livermore Falls. Thank you. 2 people have said that now. So thank you guys. Up in Livermore Falls, apparently pretty icy up there this morning. All right. Let's talk about our weekend. It's not looking bad at all. Tomorrow, of course, we've got that risk of some snow. Saturday will be mainly cloudy. Looking like we'll see the chance of a snow shower or 2 throughout the day. Overall, just fairly mild and cloudy. Sunday will be beautiful, sunny, and highs chillier in the lower 30s. Thanks for the question, Brittany. How much in Saco tomorrow? I'd say 2 or 3 inches. A pretty good bet there in Saco, Brittany. And I wouldn't be too surprised if you end up with 4 inches on the ground tomorrow. So it looks like at least a couple inches of snow will fall there. The good news is it's going to be right around freezing, so it should limit any major travel impacts or that sort of thing. But I would have bet on a couple inches of snow out there. Certainly going to look more wintry out there tomorrow afternoon than we're looking right now. Great question, Brittany. Thanks for asking. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast at the coastline. Tomorrow's our best chance of some snow. Overall, after that, a fairly quiet stretch heading into the weekend and early next week. It looks like a storm will pass to our south on Monday. As of right now, that looks like it will bring no impacts other than maybe a cloud or 2 to the state. Our next winter weather chance after Friday looks to be on next Wednesday, maybe Wednesday evening into next Thursday. But of course, that's a week out, so anything could change between now and then. Inland towns also staying chilly through the end of this week. That chance of snow is better at the coastline, but there is a chance of snow inland tomorrow. Sunny skies on Sunday and a little cooler heading into early next week. Thanks, Deborah. It is drizzling in Hollis. How about the Buxton Beach surf report? I don't think that the storm that we are seeing right now, or not really a storm, really just a light system, weak system moving through, not really a whole lot of wave action generated from this. So not the best, not a ton of huge waves for the surfers, but I'm sure there will still be some out there just given the time of year. Dawn, a little bit of snizzle here in Waterboro. My new favorite word. I've really been harping on snizzle all week. Roads are fine, just grassy surfaces. Thank you for that. And now that the sun is up, and of course the roads are black, they do a great job of absorbing that solar radiation, which keeps them above freezing and limits icy impacts. But of course, there could still be some slick spots on those untreated roads. Just take it easy out there through the rest of the day today. We've got that chance of some snow during the day tomorrow as well. Especially Cumberland and York County tomorrow, and that could put down a couple inches, making things look a little more interesting, or a little more wintry, I should say. Christine asking how much snow for Auburn, probably around an inch or so in Auburn tomorrow with that light snow. Like I mentioned, southern Maine getting the brunt of that light to moderate snow event tomorrow. Still snowing in Pleasant Point, Sipayuk. Thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate all of these reports. All right, I'm going to wrap everything up now. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Try not to drive on too much ice, or just at least be careful if you're driving out there today and out there tomorrow as well. It's not going to get above freezing really until Saturday, so that means that we could see icy conditions persisting. Will we be able to make a snowman in Portland? Johnny Maffey asking the all-important question. I think our chance is pretty good, Johnny. I got a snow tube for Christmas, and I'm really hoping to use it, so maybe tomorrow will be the first day that I'm able to. So hopefully for all the winter weather lovers out there, we get a good burst of snow tomorrow. For all the non-winter weather fans, hopefully we keep impacts to a minimum. So hopefully everyone has a great rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. And I'll probably do another live stream. We'll be doing another live stream with Jeff tomorrow morning. So have a great rest of your day, everyone.
This has been live interactive Weather Authority coverage from CBS 13 and Fox 23.